y'all get away with that. They're going to comply. I suffer. I suffer for the people. They let me suffer tonight. I suffer. They're going to suffer after Trump get in. I suffer tonight. Trump get in, ain't going to be F. It's going to be F for people like me. So I went on and got my butt kissing in. I told him, you my president. Ain't that right? Y'all better go and kiss that behind. Ain't that right? You better kiss it now. Later on, you got to kiss the baby. Ain't that right? You want to kiss that baby later now. I'm getting ready to talk with the people a little bit. Thank you, kind sir. Y'all all right tonight?
I'm out.
All right. Ivan, you out there drinking coffee? Is you out there drinking coffee, Ivan? Are you drinking coffee, Ivan? What you drinking? Tea, trying to stay up. I don't know what I'm doing to these young people. Ivan, why you not in here in the congregation? What is wrong, Ivan? I got to get my young people. Y'all to get more functional, working. Let me tell you something. A lot of y'all don't realize. It's like they say, you want to stay warm, get close to the fire. You got me? I got people that go out here, they trying to look at the board. They got children, small children, they want to disrupt, so they go in. Y'all able-bodied people, this stuff that you take advantage of that shouldn't be. Anywhere else you go, it's not to your comfort level. It's because of our discomfort of him or turning from his word that put us in a situation in the double ring. Now we're trying to get ourselves mended back in. Y'all got me? Or trying to get ourselves grabbed back in, which means there's going to be some restriction. There's going to be some things that's going to put us in some uncomfortable situation. There's going to be some sacrifices that made. But it all works out for the self-same purpose of our salvation. Y'all always trying to do stuff for y'all convenience. Y'all wait the last minute to come and get coffee. But how much coffee y'all drinking when y'all doing what you're doing out there in your daily occupation? How many of y'all how many of y'all in here have a job? How many of y'all jobs in here furnish you with unlimited coffee? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many of y'all drink coffee? So everybody don't get it, but you learn to make things work. You learn to do what you have to do. How many of y'all drink unlimited coffee when you're at work? I'm going to see y'all fired. A couple of y'all, I'm going to y'all fired. Some of y'all work from home. He work with a job. But I said to say some of y'all have to make do with what you have, and you have to go and get the job done. How many of y'all do that? Well, dog, just me. I mean, some of y'all make do and got to go. Got to make it work. Ain't that right? Because if you working, you ain't really got no time to have no unlimited coffee drinking. A real job shouldn't let you be drinking that unlimited. You ought to be working. You ought to be fired. They be looking, listen, the coffee here to get you sparking, I'll supply so much to get you going. But after that, when you clock in, it's time to go to work. Some of these jobs, real jobs, once you have that junk by their computer, you knock that junk, get in that keyboard, get it. It shouldn't, but again, then what you got to look at some of it, though, then you got to look at your pay. A lot of stuff going to come with your pay. You're going to look at, well, you know, we ain't really paying you right anyway. At least we're going to come out your check. These jobs out they paying, they feel like, well, it's not my responsibility. You get paid enough. If that's something you want to do, you're doing your own time. Y'all got me? But we make all these bills. How many of y'all jobs how many of y'all have jobs that you go to that you can sleep on? While you're on the clock? While you're on the clock? Two of y'all need to be whooped. Some of them, we know one of them do because, you know, Atlanta City Water said enough. Ain't that right? We found out that Flint, Michigan wasn't the only place with bad water. I said, they got to be sleeping in Atlanta. Ain't that right? But, you know, for the average of us, you're paid and you're expected to maintain a certain ethical code. Isn't that right? Meaning, when you clock in, whatever your personal stuff is, leave it where it is. Some real jobs now. Not that these other not. Whatever your personal issue is, they don't care. I worked a truck driving job when I had with R&L Carrier. I remember the guy, he ain't kept, listen, I had a guy, his daddy died. They revived him. That man told him he need to come on to work. Another one, his wife had a miscarriage. He called in on the job. He was told he was shoving towels. He said, man, he called him while his wife was screaming, hollering, miscarriage. He said, man, you might well come on to work. That man gave us a speech. Anybody like having a baby? He love him no flat. Do you know where I was when my son was born? I was right here at the job. He literally he didn't care about, especially don't tell him about no baby being born. You finna get the speech of where he was. He told you he had bills to pay. And he worked for his brother owned the company. He told, I was right here at the job working. He was born. One of the guys said, that's why your son screwed up. Because, you know, he not employed either no more. But another one, he went to Savannah. They had evacuation. And they evacuated everybody from Savannah, almost both lanes. Tell me, hey, everybody get out. The boy said, I need to go home, get my grandmama, my mama, and my 2 kids. That man told him clearly when he called in that night, because he said, you might well come on to work. He said, because by the time you get down there, they'll all be wiped out. He was about that job, man. My daddy had to get his foot amputated. I went to see him. I said, listen. I said, Ron, I need to be off Friday. I said, supposed to amputate my daddy's foot. He said, can they do it Saturday? He said, I'm just saying. He said, I got a lot of people be off. I said, Ron, I just can't tell you I'm going to be off. He want to know, can they do it on Saturday? He was looking out for me. He was looking at, because you need to be at work. That's how the cracker look now. I mean, it's crazy that sound. Ain't that crazy? How many of y'all feel like that's crazy? Good. Let's talk. Orion. I'm about to get me a fan. I'm about to buy something. Buy me some ice cubes from Alaska or something. But don't worry about it. I'm going to be all right. Don't worry about it. I'm all right as long as y'all fine. How many of y'all fine? Y'all ain't cold. I'm going to remember these people. How many in here y'all ain't hot? You know what I mean? No, you ain't hot. Where you at? I just want to see your faces. You ain't hot. Wow, I just want to remember all these faces. That's good. How many of y'all here is warm in here? How many of y'all love your hood? Some of y'all in here confused tonight, ain't it? Look at it. I know you ain't hot. Even your hump don't even walk right with that thing. That's why. What does your hump got to do? You know your hump had you up in it. Do you know when your feet coming, it don't land with the other one? Do you know that you don't like just walk straight like normal people? You ain't never looked at yourself walking. We're going to probably make a video. Just let them see it. Let's go walk up. I'm like, what is wrong with that joker? All right, look at Orion, chapter 9, verse 60. Let's see how crazy he is. What did I say, 58? 59. Listen, 9:59.
And he said unto another, follow me.
So back to 57. Listen.
And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain new said unto him, Malak, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest.
Yeah.
And Yahusha said unto him,
what did he tell him?
Foxes have holes.
And what happened?
Birds of the air have nests.
Well, what happened?
But the son of a noose hath not where to lay his head.
What happened?
And he said unto another,
what did he tell him?
Follow me.
Oh,
but he said, Malak.
For a minute, that doesn't make sense. Any person, how many of y'all got babies in here, kids, smaller kids? How many of y'all had to pack a bag when you get ready to go? Do y'all pack the bag after you leave or before? Is it a necessity you have to have the bag? Isn't it? Is it a necessity y'all have to have the bag? The supplies, things needed? And y'all feel like a good parent would prepare and have those things? Y'all feel like that? Well, here we just heard a man just told him he ain't got nowhere to stay. In the hole, he said a fox got it. There's a nest in a tree, he said a bird got it. He said, I ain't got nowhere. Then he just said, follow him. What would you need to do before you were able to do that? How many of y'all a person you like to plan things before you do it? So what you do when a man come up on a whim and say, follow me, and they ain't got nothing. And they ain't got nowhere to stay. Ain't got nowhere to go. Follow me. What do you do with that? That's tight. That's tight. It's tight for the fact that now we're starting to look at some of the things, how we frame things is why we don't actually have faith. Y'all got me? Because we become such a people of plan. I'm not saying not to plan things, and you should think things out, but what becomes the problem is when Yahuwah comes in and he starts to give out commands. You get me? He started to give out cadence for us, and we're soldiers. When he give out cadence, he give out calls, you can't worry about that. It's time to go. He just said, follow me. When he came down to Cuff and his brother Andrew, he saw him, he told him to follow him, said, I'll make you fishing of men. How much know did they put in? How much? What did they do?
Dropped in there.
And did what? And that's our problem. You got to start looking at a man who we all are supposed to pattern ourselves of and supposed to have the DNA makeup, which would be Abraham. He told Abraham to get out of his father's house. How much preparation did he get? How much notice was he able to give? Where did he have to go? What place where did he put an application in for apartments? What house did he put a down payment on? Abraham had to go into a land he had never been in before. This man had to cross the Mediterranean. Some of y'all hadn't even crossed the street. I say that to say how we operate and why we systematically we still set up in the way that we're being done now, because we don't have the mindset to listen. Things that he asks us to do are going to look unorthodox, unprepared, or unplanned. But yet the plan already been made. The way already been laid for us. When the book, hold on, let's see what happened. The 35th chapter of Yeshayahu. You going to hold me there. Yeshayahu. (35 and 8). Excuse me. Listen.
And an highway shall be there.
See a highway?
And a way.
And a way.
And it shall be called the way of Kadesh.
What happened?
But the unclean shall not pass over it.
Listen.
But it shall be for those.
Who?
The wayfaring men.
Traveling men. People that's traveling. It's not talking about no Masonic Masons. It's talking about us. Wayfaring man. That's traveling man. That's what a wayfaring traveling man. We traveling. So that's how Abraham was able to get the way it was going. It was a way there. He told him to get out of his father's house. He was going to make he was going to make a great nation of it. It happened. A way had already been prepared. When our forefathers came out of Mizraim, they didn't see the way, but it already had been prepared. He had already scouted the way out before he brought us. It looked unprepared to you, but believe me, he's already prepared this. Y'all got me? And he let us know it's going to be for wayfaring man. Though who?
Fools.
Brutish. You know how stupid that is that you just jumped up and left your place? A lot of y'all jumped up and left and came out here and it looked stupid to your family. Some of y'all came out here and you possessed more than what you had when you were where you was. It looked stupid. It looked crazy at the first, but believe it or not, it was already prepared. You just had to be willing to get out and do it. All right. I'm just being honest with you. Some of y'all got more than what you actually had. You just hadn't really looked at it. And he let them know that the highway going to be there and a way. He didn't say it was going to get there. It was already there and a way. When those people were traveling, he had already scouted out and saw a shorter way. But he knew that wasn't the best. Sometimes we'll take this shortcut. Sometimes shortcuts are the longest way. He told them, he said, because if they gone, he said they'd have saw water, they'd have fainted. So it took them a long way, but it was a better prepared road for them. They didn't get nowhere he couldn't deliver them. When they got to what you would call a dead end, that was actually when the way opened up to them. And that's what a problem get for us. A lot of times you have to get to your full ability so you can get to your inability. That's what they did. When they got to the Red Sea, they saw we had wits end. Only way it makes sense to go is back where you came from. That's what a lot of y'all do. That's why people quit and stop. What else you going to do? Once you get the wits end and you get as far as you can go, that's when what should kick in is the operation of faith. This is where I got to trust him. He hadn't brought me no way he can't deliver, but your first state of mind is do what? Go back. Go back to the old job, go back to the old woman, go back to the old man, go back to the old ways. That's your first avenue. You ain't never had an original thought of this is why I got to see him work. When Cuff said, when Cuff talked about in the second chapter of 2 Corinthians chapter 12, he talked about how he knew a man in the Mashiach and how such a one was caught up to Shammai, third Shammai, and everything was not lawful. He said, we're giving unto him a messenger of Satan to do what? But for him, lest he should do what? Be exalted above measure. Isn't that right? And he said he was going back. He said, but he let him know that his grace was sufficient. He said, my strength is made perfect in weakness. So when you look at what are you going to do? How many of y'all have had to live outside before? 1, 2, 3. I've done it. I ain't had to, but just being a fool, I've done it. Not on concrete. I've done it staying in the cars. But you just got to look at it. It looks unorthodox. It looks unethical to people. It just looks unsanitary. And his way looked that way. That's why people look at it as crazy. Most people don't, I ain't never heard anybody believe that. I ain't seen people, and that's their problem. They dealing with what they hadn't seen people do, and that's the problem. What these people will call the norm a lot of times is the retard. You got me? But when you start looking at the real attributes behind what he tell her, he said, "Don't fool," because people are going to say you're stupid when you make the decision that he tell you to do. He said, but it ain't no error. Meaning your condemnation to me, I'm not concerned about. I'm taking the way he done prepared for me. And he said, those stupid ain't going to err, though. Those people that make no error were going with what he told them to do. Okay? Let's come back over here and what we got again. Order y'all, chapter 9, verse 57. Order y'all, 9:57. Listen.
And it came to pass
What happened?
that as they went in the way, a certain Anu said unto him, Malak, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahusha said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the ben of a noose hath not where to lay his head.
Because you want to just kind of go ahead and establish off the rip. A lot of times people go because they're looking at, I know I ain't got to worry about nothing if I'm with you. I know you got everything, but I'm going to put you in a situation where I need you to trust me. Not only the fact that I have everything, but I'll provide when things look as though they're insufficient. Isn't that right? And that's the mindset we got to get. Let me tell you something. There's going to be a shift, a change event eventually. We're going to come out of the this comfortability that we're in now of jobs, cars, houses, a lot of this stuff. When these people come in on us and they bring troops in, he done told it's going to happen now. Don't be no fool. When all these things happen, you're going to leave these houses. He done told you got to flee to the mountain. Y'all got me? You got to, those in the field, he said, don't go back. Now, what are you going to do? What's the purpose of telling us to let you know I've already learned how to survive? He hadn't asked us to do something he hadn't already done. Y'all got me? We're coming along in the same way what happened to him is the same thing that's coming to pass on us. Y'all hear me? When the book said, as he is, that's amazing they said that. That's amazing that they say that. Because that comes right back to us. What do y'all believe in? That comes right back to us. When you look at a man like Esau. Esau. You know the incredible thing about Esau? He lost his birthright. You didn't realize you lost your birthright too. If you didn't, nobody else couldn't get in. You just weren't smart enough to know it. You didn't understand why these people wound up beating you bloody, did you? You didn't get that, did you, Esau? That you lost your birthright. They got it from you. They stole it from you. That's what they do. They stole your birthright. How can these Gentiles get in? See, the only way you really understand the grafting of the Gentiles is to understand our law. Our law clearly shows us what happened. These people tricked you when you were faint, when you were weak. Look at the deals you made with them. They came in, and before you know it, you made deals with these people that wound up costing you your birthright. That statement he told y'all, foxes have whole, birds of the air have nests, but the son of a noose has nowhere to lay his head, because he's talking about Esau. Esau was clearly told that. 26 chapter. Say that what I want. 28, 26. Let me see what 26 and 1 say. Barashit. We might have moved over. Let me hear 26 and 1. I know I'm going to have to move over. 27 and 1. Let me see what that say. Listen.
And it came to pass
Mm-hmm.
that when Yahusha was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see,
What happened?
he called Esau his eldest Ben, and said unto him, My Ben. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I.
What happened?
And he said, Behold, now I am old, and know not the womb of my death.
What happened?
Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison.
What happened?
And make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Yahusha spake to Esau his Ben. And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it.
What happened?
And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her Ben, saying, Behold, I heard thy Abba speak unto Esau thy Aki, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before Elohim, before my death. Now therefore, my Ben, obey my voice according to that which I command thee.
What happened?
Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 taub kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy Abba, such as he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy Abba, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my Aki is a hairy Anus, and I am a smooth Anus. My Abba peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver.
And what happened?
And I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him,
Do what?
Upon me be thy curse, my Ben.
Upon thee be my curse, my Ben. What do we find from this? At the 15th chapter of the book of Romans, 15 and 4. I mean, it ain't bad what we're trying to say, but yeah. Keep trying, son. Pretty good. 15 and 1 will be fine. We'll read down. That's what I look at with our key. A lot of stuff y'all don't look at, it ought to be on us. Listen, 15 and 1. Listen.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
And do what?
Not to please ourselves.
For what happened?
Let every one of us please his neighbor.
For it is what?
Ta'ub, to edification.
Listen.
For even the Mashiach pleased not himself.
What did he do?
But, as it is written,
the who?
Reproaches of them that reproach thee
fell where?
On me.
She said, let it fall on her. You might say she told him, but he the one did it. At that same 27th chapter. Jump down about the 27th verse. Let me see what it says. We'll read down. Listen.
And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my ben is as the smell of a field, which Elohim hath blessed.
You listen.
Therefore Elohim give thee of the dew of Shamayim, and the fatness of the Aritz,
and
plenty of corn and wine.
See that? He even smelled like it. He said the smell of it. He gave him the fatness of Shamayim, the dew of Shamayim, gonna give him the rains. And on top of that, he said he's gonna give him the fatness, gonna give him the fields of the Aritz. That's why he told you, foxes have holes. Where you think that's at? Birds, where they dwell at? Shamayim. That's amazing. You seen a bird put its nest on the ground other than an ostrich or a turkey or a chicken? Otherwise, they're going to put them up in they're going to put them in the Shamayim. They're going to put them in a tree just like he did. And put it in the tree, going to put it in the midst. Going to put it in between Shamayim and the Aritz, just like he did. Don't worry about it. Just like his son, just like Dawood's son Absalom. When his hair got caught up in the tree. The book says he hung between Shamayim and the Aritz. That's where a bird nest going to be at. Don't worry about it. Listen.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be ruler over thy Aki, and let thy mother's ben bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, as soon as Yatsakut had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Yatsakut his Abba,
what happened?
that he saw his Aki came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his Abba, and said unto his Abba, Let my Abba arise, and eat of his ben's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Yatsakut his Abba said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy ben, thy firstborn Esau. And Yatsakut trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his Abba, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry.
Wow. Wow. Same thing we heard before. When Yahusha's on the two, now we know another reason why he cried out. He realized he was going to be blessed. He was on the two, he cried out. Then the rich started shaking. He cried out. Listen.
And said unto his Abba, Bless me, even me also, O my Abba. And he said, Thy Aki came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing.
How you think these white people sitting up here now claiming to be us? They came with subtlety. They came with trickery. That's how they learn how to look like us. They go and they learn how to grow beards. Okay, I hadn't realized it. This is the same thing happened to us. They came in and tricked us in a meal. Dawood already told us what was going to happen. Let your table be a snare and a trap. These people came in, we done sat with these people, done ate with these people, and people done messed us up. People done tricked you, and that thing, you know, now they got your birthright. So what he told us to do, and he told us to follow him, it makes sense. Because we wound up getting up our birthright. Had we not done it, they wouldn't have got in. Ain't nobody could get in except we gave up our birthright. But you didn't see yourself as Esau, did you? All right, listen.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob?
What did he say about his mother? What did Esau say about his mother? Listen.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob?
He'll catch her. He didn't blame his mother. He knew who it was. They can fall on her, but he know his name measured right out to what he just did. I talk about these crackers. These crackers got the right name for them, the damn devil. Said him rightly, they named the devil. These folk done tricked us, made a fool, and came and tricked us. Same thing what Kohua told us. They tricked us through subtlety. You just missed it and got our birthright. And then we done say here, that's how anybody can get in. They got to trick us to get in. Okay. When they came, they found Yahusha, they lied and claimed they came from a far place. The whole time they were right on the other side of them. But you know what our book had already told us to do? Don't make no league with them. See, making league with these people had been the worst thing we ever done. And now we sit here now, and we got to go back to them to get the language. And they teaching us Yiddish. Anything Yiddish and Hebrew, just throw it in the trash. They got us. They done came along here and learned how to trick us out of what we got, and we done made a fool out of ourselves. These people done sat here and watched us enough, just like his mother did. She watched Esau, and she knew exactly how to go and what to tell her son and know what to go and do. I know exactly how he prepared. He told Esau to make her. The way Esau cooked it, it had a certain distinctive way to it. And his mother had been watching. They already tricked, even with the women. That's what they use us for. A lot of our so-called secret stuff had gotten told through these women. Y'all don't look at it, do you? You don't see it the same way, do you? A lot of this have gotten us and shot us right in the done foot today. This is exactly why we're in a mess. Let's finish hearing what he told them. Listen.
For he hath supplanted me these 2 times.
Listen, come on.
He took away my birthright.
What happened?
And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing.
That's how they get us. That's exactly how they got it. He said the second time. This doesn't happen. Y'all hear me? And we need to look at it. He done cried out. He said the second time. When he was hungry the first time, he cried out. Even when he was on the 2, he cried out. And they gave him something to eat, didn't they? He cried out before when he was faint, and his brother gave him something to eat. He said the second time they done tricked me. These people done tricked us ever since we've been dealing with. I don't know how we can keep putting confidence in them. We walking in the store buying stuff at the hands of this man. This man been the devil ever since we've been dealing with. He ain't never did us right, never been fair the whole time we've been here. And we don't realize we done lost our birthright. This man sit here and we look at why things fall on him good and why bad fall on us all the time. We done sold our birthright. Even my book told about you. He said, you done sold yourself for naught. You done sold yourself out for nothing. These people not going to be saved. If they're going to be saved, they're going to conform. They're going to obey. They're going to convert. They just do just enough to steal from us, manipulate us, and look like something better. But the whole time I get said underneath, they're raving wolves. Oh, they'll come to us in sheep clothes. Underneath, why? They're raving in wolves. What's on that inward part, they can't hide it. That's why he told her, out of abundance of a man's heart, he's going to speak. Every time they show themselves up. They're like something snuck or slipped out. You got to apologize. I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Listen.
Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Yatsakut answered and said unto Esau,
what did he tell him?
Behold, I have made him thy ruler.
And what happened?
And all his Aki have I given to him for servants.
Listen.
And with corn and wine have I sustained him.
Look at these crackers. They got everything. They got everything a heart desire. And here we serving them. Now you telling us we ain't Esau? Listen.
And what shall I do now unto thee, my Ben?
What he asked?
And Esau said unto his Abba, Hast thou but one blessing, my Abba?
Yes.
Bless me, even me also, O my Abba.
What happened?
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Yatsakut his Abba answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the Aritz, and of the dew of Shamayim from above.
Foxes have, birds of the air have, but the son of a noose, what house he told me going to have? So when he just finished telling you that in the book of Oriyah, you should have knew who he was. And then he just told him, follow me. Listen.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
I don't know why these people going to tell about not getting no war, getting no weapon. Man told he going to live by his sword. Huh? Proved it. How they wound up killing him? All right. He lived by it. He just told you that. He said by his sword is how he going to live. Listen.
And shall serve thy Aki.
And shall serve thy Aki.
And it shall come to pass.
Tell him what happened.
When thou shalt have the dominion.
That's what I'm talking about. He done told how they become restless. What happened?
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's what I'm talking about. He going to turn it back over. Y'all hear me? How they become restless. When they fall back in his hand, he's like, this is over with. I ain't serving no more. I'm ruling. Y'all hear me? That's the problem y'all got. Y'all keep wanting to be a servant to these people. Why y'all ain't got no mindset to be like him? So let me ask you a question. He just heard that he got to sit here and serve this man. This man going to be over all of us. But he let him know, you're going to become tired of that. And in your frustration, you're going to live by your sword. You're going to break this man's yoke off of you, which means you're going to take the rule back. Why are we sitting here unless somebody teach us a passive doctrine? How does that make sense when you sit here reading this? When did it just say that man gonna have a pass? He told you're going to be tired of him ruling. Who ain't gonna get tired? Go get up for me. Get up. All right, sit back down, sit down. Come on here for a minute. Come here. Go back on this, sit back down. Are you getting tired of that? That's what he said. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. I appreciate you. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. He said, when you get sick of it, he just told you how you're going to live, by your sword. I know, that's me. Let me guess. I'm taking a doctrine. I'm taking out of content. I don't know how we get it. Everything about him is sharp. 4 and 12. Abarim. Don't get me Kazum. Kazum 1 and 12. Don't get me Kazum. Kazum 19 and 11. Get me about a sheet. Y'all got my mind running now, huh? About a sheet. 14, 11. Galatians. 4, 3, 26. Hold that for me. I caught a lot up, ain't it? Listen.
For the dabari of Elohim is quick and powerful and
I can't
sharper.
believe it. What else is the time?
The dabari of Elohim is quick and powerful.
And what else is the son?
Sharper than any two-edged sword.
The book cut. So that's how you're going to live. You ain't going to believe what he told you. He said, by your words, you're going to be justified. Huh? By your words, you're going to be justified. That man going to live by it. He told you man should not live by bread alone. Y'all ain't going to believe what he said you're supposed to live by. Every word. I'm supposed to live by every word in there. Every word. I ain't got no book in that. I ain't got no word in that told me forgive him. He said, I'm going to live by my sword. How did Daoud bade them to take them and teach them the use of the bow? I'm supposed to live by every word. He just told me quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged. I'm supposed to live by a sword. Well, if I live by the sword, let's stay with what they said. I'm just going to take it like he said. I can't change that he said, can he? He told me to live by the word. You got a song only by the word, right? Well, when I take the word, he done took me back and told me what I'm going to do. So it's still going to put a weapon back in my hand. I don't care how they go. I ain't going to try to add nothing to it. I can't do it. He just told me that the word of Elohim is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged. What does it do?
Piercing.
That's what I'm talking about. Piercing to what?
Even to the dividing asunder.
Cut them into pieces. Cut them up. Cut them up. Cut them up. Cut them up like they think I'm a DJ. I don't know why people don't want to take this now. I'm taking what the man said now. He said the word. I'm going to live by the word, right? What you got? Machayahu 4 and 4. I'm just taking what the man said now. I ain't going to try to add nothing to it. If the book right, the book get me, it get me. If it get you, then you need to conform. 4 and 4. Listen what he told you.
But he answered and said,
Listen
It
what
is written,
It is what?
it is written,
Tell me what it is.
Anu shall not live by bread alone.
He just said, Anu shall not live by bread alone, but by what?
Every dabari that
I
proceedeth,
don't know how that work. How that work? I supposed to live by every dabarim that do what?
proceedeth out of the mouth of Elohim.
So he done taught me something in the book. I ain't supposed to do that. I'm supposed to disannul it. Unless I see book that comes along and say fulfill, conversion, I'm supposed to live by that. By every word. So they'd have seen it. They'd have saw exactly what he did. Said the word Elohim, quick and powerful, sharp and any two-edged sword, cutting to divine of soul and ruach. And what else is it?
Dividing asunder of soul and ruach.
And what is it?
And of the joints and marrow.
And what else, son?
Is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
And listen what happened.
Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight.
For all
things are naked
and open
unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do.
I see you. I see you. Come on, what I got? Kazum. Kazum 1 and 12. Other one got me Kazum 19 and 11. Book right now. Listen.
And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw seven golden lampstands.
That's right.
And in the midst of the 7 lampstands,
What?
one like unto the bin of Anus,
Listen.
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a gird and girdle.
What happened?
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Yeah.
as white as snow.
What happened?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
What else?
And his feet like unto fine brass,
Yeah.
as if they burned in a furnace.
Listen.
And his voice as the sound of many ma'im.
Listen.
And he had in his right hand 7 stars.
Yeah.
And out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword.
Listen.
And his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength.
You see that? Said counting was just like the sun shine, bright, bright. Ain't that right? You know that thing up at noon, it's up at its hottest point. He said it counted was just like that, like at full strength. That's what I love about it. Kazum 19:11. Other brother got me Barashit, chapter 14 at verse 11. Other one got me Galatians 3 and 26. Listen, this is 19 and 11. Kazum, listen.
And I saw Shamayim opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and Amat, and in Sadiq he doth judge and make war.
Y'all hear that? He does judge and make war. What happened?
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
That's because he was hot. You ever see somebody get mad, their eye turn red? Not blue. Listen.
And on his head were many crowns.
What happened?
He had a name written that no Anus knew, but he himself.
What happened?
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Dabari of Elohim.
What about it?
And the armies which were in Shamayim followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
What about him?
Out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword.
All I hear about that man and this sword. Who else that man could be? All I keep hearing about this sword this man got. This man is constantly with this sword. He's coming to execute, to convince all. What do y'all think going to happen at this man's call, at this man's cadence? He's going to slaughter these people. It's going to be a bloodbath. He was told, you're going to live by, and the only reason he's going to do it, because this is what the word has taught him. Now, what word has taught you this passive doctrine of no weapons? Wow, that's amazing. What doctrine did he give you that told you this passive way of no weapons? He's been told you're going to live by your sword. Now, let's go what he's saying. We're talking about the literal word, the doctrine, dabarim. Well, the literal dabarim that he's speaking contains weapons. So we just say he come back and talking? Kazum 1 and 7? That makes no sense. Let's see. This is how they train you and make a fool out of you. Come on, Chris. I know. Let me tell you why I'm not using these words that we use, and people, we're free to use them. As it says, all things are lawful. A lot of times they're just not expedient, because I know people use that for an excuse of not obeying. And I just don't feel right. When people shouldn't feel right is when you're not obeying. That's when your conviction should come. It's bad that these words are fitting you, as Yahusha said. Does this also, meaning you always using something. If I ask, does this also, meaning this ain't no thing you got a problem with. Believe me, I know you people. You people don't amaze me with, it's just, I'm not, in my belief. But your belief ain't never convicted you when you ain't been obeying. Yeah, that's when you ain't worth a damn. It ain't worth a damn. It's condemned. Because it's not stopping you. Damn is something used to stop or hold something up. You need to be damned that you don't go and transgress. They don't believe it. When the ass wouldn't go the same way, you know what he did? He damned him. You just don't know no better. He damned him. He put a wall on both sides to keep him in the way. So stupid. They're so stupid. All they look at is an N and an N and an M. Man makes a fool out of you. He damned him. Which means he stopped him where he couldn't go out. That's what you do with water. You dam it so you can control the flow of it. Or you can hold, our dam is holding something up. Don't worry about it. Same thing he did with Yahusha. He damned him. He held him up. They just don't know no better. They just don't know no better. He became condemned. That's what you look at condemned as being damned. But he put in another form too. That's why he used the wood to dam him up. You guess what beavers use to dam up water? Till somebody break through on it. You just don't know no better. Y'all don't know that. You know why I watch a lot of y'all? You too smart for me. I'll never be as smart as you. You're just too brilliant. See, he already knew what was going to happen. These rivers that flow out of the garden, one you have Gihon. It means to burst. He knew what he was going to have to do. He knew what he was going to have to do. Gihon means to burst. That's one of your 7 rivers that flowed out of the garden. You ain't going to believe what happened. Pick me up, son, over at the 19th chapter of the book of Yahushua. They're not smart, Leon. They just think they're smarter than me. $19, 32 will be fine. We'll read down. Listen.
Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first.
And what else happened?
And of the other, which was crucified with him.
Yeah.
But when they came to Yahusha and saw that he was dead already, they brake not his legs. But one of the soldiers, with a spear, pricked his side, and forthwith came there out blood and Maim.
So what you got? Gihon, which is one of the rivers that flow outside the garden. You just didn't know that, though. See, all the operation, what happened, everything that happened was it's supposed to do. Because that was one of the rivers that flowed out of the garden. Did y'all know that? Listen what he told you.
And he that saw it bear record, and his record is true.
Why?
He knoweth that he saith true.
He said, I know I ain't lying. I'm not. What happened, son?
That you might believe.
That's the only reason I told you this, so you can believe. Tell him what happened.
For these things were done.
Pay attention.
That the scripture should be fulfilled.
That's what they don't realize why it happened. The scripture had to be fulfilled. Listen what happened.
A bone of him
said what?
Not be broken.
Listen.
And again, another scripture saith.
That what happened?
They shall look on him.
Whom?
They pierced.
What else happened?
And after this, Yahusha of Arimathea, being a taught one of Yahusha, but secretly for fear of the Yahudim, besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Yahusha.
Listen.
And Pilate gave him leave.
What happened?
He came therefore and took the body of Yahusha.
And what happened?
there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Yahusha by night, and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100-pound weight. Then took they the body of Yahusha, and wound it in linen cloths with the spices, as the manner of the Yahudim is to bury.
What happened?
Now in the place where he was crucified.
So what now?
Now in the place where he was crucified.
I'm confused.
There was a garden.
They ain't gonna never be smart to me. It's not possible. Gihon just flowed out of the river. Just flowed out of the garden. You couldn't have known it. There was no way for you to know it. There was just no way for you to know it. I could. They're not smart enough. Y'all waste too much time. All he did was damn them. You just missed it. That was the whole purpose of putting him up there. Beavers use wood all the time to dam up stuff. They miss it. And all he did is said, Gihon, because he's going in the garden. Which means he had to burst. Because that was going to have to run out of the garden. Only reason he told you about the garden. He told you why all this stuff was done. He said he that seen it, he know he said a mot. He know what he seen. And he just haven't let you know. Also, where it was, that was a garden. Don't worry about it. Let's just get back to the subject matter. They say that's small change. Kazum 1:7. Other brother got me Barashit chapter 14 at verse 11. Other one got me Galatians 3:26. Listen.
Behold, he cometh with clouds.
And every
eye shall see him.
And what happened?
And they also which pierced him.
They also did what?
And they also which pierced him.
Shall do what?
And all kindreds of the Arit shall wail because of him. Even so, Amat.
I wonder why they're going to be crying. Why they're going to be wailing, they're going to be yelling out. Because he's coming back to give him the same recompense. The man told me he's going to live by his sword, and that's going to be the Dabarim. He told you the same thing. You just missed it at the book of Ephesians 6. 6 and 10. Ephesians 6 and 10. Listen.
Finally, my Aki,
be what?
Strong in Yahuwah.
And what else?
In the power of his might.
What you want me to wear?
Put on the whole armor of Elohim.
That I might do what?
That you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That's amazing. Because Daud had on the whole armor of Elohim. When Saul heard that he was going out to fight Goliath, which was the Philistine champion, he tried to arm him with his armor. But you know, he essayed to go, which means
he started.
I almost wore this stuff. He said, but I hadn't proved this. He said, thy servant kept his father's sheep. And there came a bear and a lion. And these will represent countries too. He said, I killed a lion. I took him by the beard and I slew him. And also I killed a bear and I delivered the sheep back from out of his mouth. Huh? He looked at Elohim was with him. He had on the whole armor. Yet he didn't just slay it with no book. He had a physical weapon that allowed him to kill the adversary. But he would not wear his junk. He said he put it on. I started to go. He said, but I hadn't proved this. I'm going to go with what I know. Huh? I'm going to go with experience. Don't worry about it. This is what he told you. Put on the whole armor of Elohim that you might be able to stand
against the wiles of the devil.
For we do what?
Wrestle not
against
flesh and blood,
but against what?
Principalities.
What else, son?
Powers.
And what else?
Against the rulers of the Kashak of this Arit.
This is what we're dealing with now. Y'all don't realize it. Now y'all done made this a physical warfare. It's going to be a physical fight when they come back in. But right now we're looking at, it's some element working in high places. They got museums y'all run to, Smithsonian. You don't know what none of this stuff means. So right now, it's just best to leave a lot of stuff offhand. It's just best to leave a lot of stuff because you don't know what it means. You know, me and Hayward were talking today about etymology of word. He was looking up some word. You know what they say about some word? They ain't got no meaning. Ain't no meaning. They got words they'll tell you clearly. We don't know what it means. They just made it up. A lot of stuff you say you got from these crackers, and these crackers got you thinking you saying profanity. A lot of profanity is stuff you saying that they gave you that you think ain't profanity. You've been saying Hercules, Zeus, everything. The book told you to make no mention of these gods. You've been calling Washington Museum. A lot of this stuff you've been saying, he told you to make no mention of these gods. He said don't let them be heard coming out your mouth. But you don't want to say damn, ass, and hell. That's when I get condemned. But I said Hercules, Zeus, Thor, all these other things, they condemn me. He told you, and what I'm telling you is just letting you see where your error at. That's why he told you error, because you don't know damn, ass, and hell, because you don't know scripture. That's where your sin been. Ain't nothing wrong with saying them, though, is it? ISIS. Name your little daughter ISIS, your son ISIS. Man, I told you about it. Make no mention of these God. He said, don't even nothing be heard out of your mouth. The only reason I'm saying is just letting you know where your error has been, and yet you've been sitting around calling yourself condemning me, and the whole time your behind is condemned because you've been talking away on. You've been monumenting everything he told you not to do. You've done it. That prayer fits you. Everywhere I told you not to go, you've been. Everything I told you not to do, you've done it. Hear you now. Hear you straight to hell. They ain't worried about that. Think about it. Just think about this. Thor. What could be wrong with Thor? Hell. It's a bad word. What is Thor and Isis? What is Zeus? What is Athelia? What is Lillian? Baphomet? What is all these other things? He told you these gods, and you still go out here and you perform and play with them. Yeah, he told you, don't let these be mentioned among you. Damn. Now, I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. How you know that's wrong? Some on the inside. You know, sometimes you get a conviction. You know, damn. Where that came from? ISIS. Didn't nobody jump. That's amazing. Hercules. Where y'all fringing up? Why y'all ain't fringing up? Why? See, your hypocrisy. I just show you that, just show you hypocrites. Everyone, you're hypocrite. Because you ain't fringe up. Why I don't get the same face I get from damn, ass, and hell? Ass referred to a body part. Or a name of a donkey. That's what they name a donkey. They named it that. Isis, Thor, Zeus, the Titan, all this stuff he done told you, don't let it be mentioned. I want to tell you, just showing you your hypocrisy with it. He told you don't let it be named among you. Don't even let it be heard among you. But you've been guilty. And guess what happened? You have absolutely no condemnation. Damn, ass, and hell, I don't feel right. I know if he said again, I'm leaving. I'm like glad enough, I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Because I'd rather live in his world than live without him. You'd rather live with Thor, ISIS, Pegasus. See what I just show you? See, I can stop what I'm doing just to show you your hypocrisy. Just to show you're a hypocrite. Because yet none of this bothers. I ain't got one. You know I ain't get one friend, not one of. All of a sudden, they just the happiest nigga I ever seen. Because see, that's how he tricks you. He taught you some word were bad to keep you away from him, but then he got you saying other words that's not so bad. Really, how you use it. Then I come from the side, he's strong. This water real heavy, pick this up. Pick it real heavy, just pick it up. Just pick it up. Now, they're going to pick. Look at that. Woo, you Hercules. Why he not Shem Shum?
Right.
Why he just in a strong key? Why he ain't strong? Got to refer him to one of your idol gods. And wore your togas, stealing all your Mizraim clothing design they give you, everything they for you. Wore your had that little Cleopatra haircut. That made a fool. Niggas on the one with them. That nigga walk around Cleopatra hair dude. All kinds of stuff made a fool. They get a Cleopatra braid, cut the front here, and come down the Mizraim jump they get. Y'all remember that style, ain't it? Cut the front, bang it, and bring it down the side. Let it. Oh, yeah. How many of y'all sort of familiar with that? This ain't no made-up hair dude. He help us know what it is. These men done seen it too. No good way these folks done made a fool out of it and got him doing stuff contrary to what they done told you. But that's just it. Tell you to cover your head, you do that periodically when it's convenient. Man told a woman she ought to cover her head, but sometimes you forget. Damn. I wonder who's going to go to hell. You forget to cover your head and pray, or me saying, damn. See, y'all got to get y'all mind from letting these people corrupt you. Oh, yeah, they got it. I know how people think. So certain things we'll lay aside for the sake of. My whole aim is to save people. That's my whole aim. That's my gift. I have a gift of gab, and I know how to grab people's attention. I use those words here, let me with the ability to break them down and show you they have nothing to it, but then to bring you back to a control sense and realize those words don't have the power over us. Y'all got me? The Dabarim have control. Like he said, by your sword is how you're supposed to live, which is by the Dabarim. And by the Dabarim, if I live by my sword, which is the Dabarim, it's no way I'm without no weapon. Because the man told me to sell something I got and get one. That's Dabarim. So I'm lying if I say I live by the Dabarim and they ain't got no weapon when the man told them to sell what they got and get one. So why you don't have one and you say you living by it? Let's finish up what he told her. Finally, my brethren, I keep be strong in Elohim, put on the whole armor of Elohim, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, spiritual wickedness in high places. What has happened?
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Elohim.
For what reason?
That you may be able to withstand in the evil yom.
Listen what happened.
And having done all to stand therefore, having your loins girt about with a mot.
See that? You got a mot. I don't know what stopped you. I don't know what stopped you from standing. That's why I get on y'all, I keep y'all be doing stuff, be needing all this stuff. If you got a mot in you, and this is what you're saying you live by, you supposed to be able to make it. I'm just being honest. I get on y'all. Hey, Queen can't make it. Lazy, drag. I gonna be lazy. He said something happened this time while he was late. But you usually regularly late, don't you? And you know why I say that to you? And I tell you that I get on y'all because I care, and y'all look at being men. Y'all got to be in the forefront. You got to be an example. Y'all understand that? Y'all, hey, man, I look on the camera, I see, Darren get here on Shabbat. What you get, about 12 o'clock? Yeah, be early. I look out, I say, he already down. People had their mind, just got to be there. Definitely don't want to pop in here late. I just don't want to do it as a man. Y'all be flowing and woo. Ain't no use to run at the last minute. What you been doing? At some point, you got to look at what you're doing, and some got to take precedent. Everything I'm doing, I work, I go out here, I grind, because money I take, pay bill, buy stuff. But you know how I'm able to do all that? By the strength he give me. So I got to make my first effort, my most drive toward getting to him first. That's the only way I can do what I do. How else can I make something happen if I ain't doing what I need to do with him first? He gives me the ability, whether gift of gab, persuasion, time, something happening that it falls to my favor, that boom, something happened. That's only because he allows it. I'd be a fool to think it's because I'm out here last minute grinding, last minute getting it, making it happen. I ain't making nothing happen unless I do what I'm supposed to do by him. And I'm a fool. A lot of y'all here fools. I know you fools. All right, I make sure I can't slack him. It started here before I do anything out there. If I don't do what I need, what am I going to ask him to help me do? Do what? He's like, son, that's a snare to you. You slacking here, you late here, you're not doing, and y'all sad that as men that you don't see that. There's something that ain't brought you to a conscience and realize this ain't gonna work. Like I here got to drink coffee, got to stay up, tea, all that. Whatever you're doing, you need to put aside and got that book said, lay aside every weight and sin. That stuff sin. Man, that stuff will trap you in, man. That's just being late, running here last minute. Now all of a sudden I got to drink coffee still. I got to look at my source of what I do come from him. I can't, he said, without me. No, it's all me. Man, I'm a fool. Y'all understand? Y'all yummy. Y'all fools, man. When I say y'all fools, because y'all don't think what I get from him allows me to do what I'm doing. Hey, listen, any day I try to make, it ain't going to work. Whatever I touch, it ain't going to work. Whatever he's got to give me favor. When he done told me the race not given to nor the battle, nor men of understanding. Riches ain't given to men of understanding. He said, son, that's time and chance. I control time. I make chance. I'd be a fool to think I'm out here and I'm getting it and not look at my first obligation is here. And that's why I get on y'all. Y'all might think I'm mean. I'd be a fool to let y'all keep doing what you're doing and let you go. I'm willful to sit here and let you go to hell. And you're a fool. You think like a fool, thinking, I got to go, I'm going to get, you ain't getting nothing. Son, nothing, y'all don't actually think about it. A piece of paint on the ground make a car stay on one side of the road. I learned years ago that I realized that's fool's gold. You telling me I could take some paint and walk down the street and do this and skip, then drag. And guess what happened, Megan? Ain't no car going to cross over that long one. The skip one is where they going to cross. And they got to stay on their side because I put some paint on the street. Y'all a fool. And that a light sitting up in the air make cars stop. A sign that's red with a white trimming make cars stop. You know we a fool. And you know why cars run past them lights and run past them signs? Because he said, because they don't live by every word that I said. You ain't living by the sword. He's showing you every time he error. You find some train around track. He said, you actually think that metal and that magnet and that speed make that train stay on that track. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. You believe that. You ought to hear some of y'all sometime. That car better not come over. That car in the other lane heard you say that and got back over. You didn't even know that. They can hit. They said, oh, I heard them. One man sitting up here and say, stay your lane. One man up here, while he operating all this that's going on, told somebody, stay your lane.
That's right.
One man, while he running everything going on, got to control insect, bird, animal, stuff, dying, and living being born at the same time. Policies, wars, and peace. Snow, cold, and heat. Tell somebody to stop what they're doing. Don't do it. One man doing that. And I'm going to come late to him, the one that control that. If you need money, what's a good place to go get it from? I can't hear you. Why bank? They got money. Why not somebody broke? They ain't got it. What says to me, I'm dead broke, you need to get some money? You know I'm broke, but you come here at me for some money. What that mean? Stupid. Why are you stupid? I ain't got it. It makes sense to go. The man control everything. It's stupid for you not to come to him and seek him first. But you got enough common sense to go somewhere if somebody got money to borrow, or institution that loan. You got enough sense to pick that up and know that. And you ain't got enough sense to know who give help and strength, who give mind, who regulates. Y'all know the only reason why Nikki had a stroke and you in? Because of him. Active participant, singing member him. Y'all don't forget who controlled that, right? Y'all forgot. They forgot. That's just her, because whatever she could have did, that's because of him. Because of him, you ain't dead yet. But you edging it, though. You just don't know it. But he did, just like he told y'all he going to do. I sent him a lot to keep you in the way. He ain't going to believe what he told y'all to do. Be what? And obey what? That's the Dabarim. Live by the sword. He's not going to pardon your transgression. He right. He put me in. I'm not going to pardon your transgression. I'm going to tell you to retain your sin. That's the bottom line. Y'all, we got to, man, y'all sloppy livers, man. Y'all sloppy serp. In a long time, the stupidity stuff y'all do, this was bad. Are you progressing? Then you can get me. Well, I'm doing better. I'm getting stronger. I'm accumulating more stuff. You got less. You're dumber. You're sorrier, you're more broke down, and you're behind, and you're lost. Damn near everything you got. Your drawers are rentals. This ain't hard to put together. Then me, I'm going to look at. I'm losing stuff. My car won't never keep working. Ain't nothing going right. Can't see. I mean, just everything for me. At some point, I got to go back and look and say, what am I doing? Why is this man doing this to me, Miko? In Yahusha, man, he even cried, why have thou forsaken me? I did. I need to keep coming late. Keep the same action got me in the situation I'm in. My heart had been too far in other people and other stuff and not in him. Nothing you do makes sense. It's like, it's scary that y'all move so blind. Me, I had to look. When something don't work, I got to start looking. Let me just check. I got to make sure I'm on point with stuff because this could be a sign. I got to make sure my eyes stand a little bit. It can be a trap. Especially something telling me, don't worry about it. This is wrong, but you're good. Or, ain't nothing wrong. This is how it's supposed. You're supposed to be late. You're supposed to be inconsistent. You're supposed to oversee stuff looking at my priorities are bad. Be how many times you done overslept? Numerous. Missed services. No conviction. No, but see, that's the scary part. Nothing convinced. Watch the ride, leave home. My ride, we go to the same synagogue. Do y'all the same? Watch him leave. I'm in here cooking. I'm late. This is my ride. How am I going to get him? How you say he don't give a damn? Shabbat, my ride, I know I got to be him. Where else am I going to be? Moshe said he chose to suffer the affliction with the people Elohim. What you doing just for a season, son. And the sad part, it ain't getting no better. It's like some stuff ought to scare you to look at. When this man finna kill me? I can't lose nothing else. The only thing is you can lose your sight of your life. That would have scared me. I'm at wit's end looking at this can't be good, Miko. I ain't dead yet. That's what be scaring me. I'm saying I'm waiting to die. I'm just waiting on when this car gonna crawl, when something gonna blow up, when somebody gonna walk up and make it blow my brains out. How is this gonna happen? I don't worry about it. How is it gonna be in my sleep? Is something gonna fall out of the sky and kill me? Is this man just gonna put me in just agony, pain, and let me just die in suffering? That's why I'm here. Y'all know why I'm here? Because what I just said to him and what I had to worry about, that's why I gotta be him. That wherever it come or however it come, I don't have to call and say, I'm gonna start. I can say, I'm gonna keep on serving. I don't want to say, I'm gonna start. If you get me up, I guarantee you I'm gonna be. I didn't put you down to get you back up. I put you down to keep you down. Some of you in this room on that camera, that's gonna have to be y'all waking the call. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be your waking the call. That's why I can't afford to wait. I can't wait to start looking at getting faithful. I got to be faithful. Man told me to be fervent in the Ruach. Some of them, I ain't gonna be able to make it. It's tired. Man, I'm always tired. I'm going because I know one day gonna come, I ain't gonna be able to go. I think what he told Carl. He said when you were young, he said you went where you wanted. So you gird yourself. So when you're old, so another gonna gird you and carry you where you would not. So he was signifying the death. Look at Nikki. Nikki don't get herself ready. You get her. When she was younger, though, she used to get herself ready. You know what that signifies? It's to her death. I'm telling her that when I said about her, that's everyone in here. Because you ain't got to be down in no wheelchair. You ain't got to have no stroke to die. All you got to do is and exhale. If you can die. I don't care what that doctor told you. He a liar. He a liar. Ain't but one man control heartbeat. Do you understand from the time you took on conception? I just say y'all name, not because I done. Shell, when you started, when you was formed, when you kicked off, a heartbeat, when that heartbeat jumped, it was set. When he let that heartbeat, everybody in him, when that thing started, he got a stop date on it. He wind that thing up the wing, and it's just where he stopped it. And it's going to stop. Them old clocks you used to get, you remember the old ones you get? You had to wind them up, didn't it? After a while, they stopped. That's what he did to you. Oh, they come with all that solar stuff. He let them die. He let all that junk die. Them 5 year, 10 year battery, he let them die just to show you. Everything's stopping. Everything gonna stop when I call it. You said, man, what happened? This thing here don't stop. That's what they gonna say about you after a while. This thing here don't stop. Late, dragging, slow for sleeping, like your beard just heavy. If I can one beard, I can cut it be yours. It's just like it get heavy to make you sleep. But you was sleeping before you got it. It's like, why? I just be needing y'all to get excited about the fact. Y'all guys don't realize how blessed y'all are. Young men to get this doctrine, be able to say you kept yourself from all that work. A lot of stuff I suffer because of bad decision, younger as a stupid fool. Y'all got this doctrine. You came in, you was in college. He was never really like acting going like that, but still, it's just like this doctrine should be just a keeper to you. It should just your mind where your growth level ought to be. It says, far surpass out looking at you came at a good time. If most people when they went to college, man, how many of y'all made a fool out yourself in college? Made a mess in college. Man, you got this as a young man or young woman in college, they keep your mind. You like, man, I can make a lot better decisions these people around me making, set myself versus sitting in here getting branded up, joining something with your pants off, somebody beating you behind naked, make a fool out you, then got embarrassing photos of you, or ain't done gave up your behind for trying to get some college meal. It's serious, though. It's serious. I'm telling you something, man. College is a bad place. If you don't know how to maneuver in college, it's a bad place. College is a bad place. If you don't like the folk here, you push them out. I told someone here, they don't let their kids go on to college. I wouldn't let mine go on. These kids in here in Logan, no. Leon getting ready to graduate this year. Y'all know y'all going to college. Right here, the university of the university. Right. And they got parents. Everybody finna be target practicing them kids down there. They get down there and get desperate. All you got to do is give me that room. We got something to eat in here. That thing here ain't done figure four, messed up now. Come into my, woo, your booty done got plumped. It ain't just plumped up from nothing. Them ballpark Frank them down now. They say, oh, they can screw up right here. You're behind going right here at the university of the university. Y'all ain't got that to go. Anybody got no daddy. Y'all know the truth. These folks will make a fool out of that car. You ain't strong-minded? No, right here. You need to be home every night. Tell me, no. It's the same. I'm going to take a freshman. Ain't never left home. They need to stay here on campus for the first 2 years. You done. Take all your stuff. You finna go stand up. No, these folks got turned out in college. What you been doing, man? That whole room scented up with sex. Your roommate banging. You letting up. You finna have to get it. They done brought somebody in for you. He got a friend. You done broke down. But I know, you gonna stay right here. Right here, where you keep eyes on you, get this dollar ring, cut you down. You got that, you ain't even seen no live streaming. All your computer got porn savers on it. You all right here. I'm gonna be your damn screensaver. Damn gonna hold you up. I'm gonna hold you up. Put me on there with damn, all on your computer. They'll be all right. The other one coming along too. What else college want to go? It's right here. We got one right here in Georgia. You'll be all right. You ain't going for that word now. You're all right here. We'll teach you right here in the university of the university. Y'all, these folks, am I lying? These folks don't know what happened in college. Why in the world are we going to send our kids out there and let them be predators? Let these folks send them out these predators. Get here and screw up a whole, so them first semester so critical for them that first year, a whole year screwed up. Now, instead of screwed up, a 4-year degree took 8 years to get it. Drop out, come and keep going back, taking classes, failing. I'm going to stop, go back, done. College done ran through, and that bill is still accumulating. No, we don't let no. To me, I don't get that. Why am I trying to set my kid to be a prey? We know these people victimizing our kids. Your behind need to be right here. Whatever you listen, I got a cousin. She graduated from the Cab Tech. She is the head nurse at the hospital she done worked at. Both she go to, she's a charge nurse. All them helpers got Georgia Tech, all that junk now. She got all her stuff at Atlanta Area Tech and the Cab Tech. They never went none to the university, and she they boss. I'm making that. What good is all that? They got somebody got over you and they went to Atlanta Area Tech. The Cab Tech, they your boss. And she got less debt. She used her head trying to run up. Who care about that jump? You get a job. You walking down that little sweater. I care about that jump. You can buy that jump from Marshall's. Yeah. You go to Burton and get whatever jersey you want. You be out. What school you want to go to, baby? I'll go right there to Burton and get that jersey and put it on and get you some pom-pom. That's your school. Man, one time I had a shirt on now. That man came, he went to Grandma. I'm like, Grandma? He like, shut up. I thought this thing was saying gambling. I thought that was like I was gambling. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Every damn I hear I'm gambling. Isn't that right? Man, you can go buy whatever shirt you want to put on folk. Don't nobody just nod your head and keep going. They're like, all right. And keep moving. Make no fool out you get all that debt for it, then you don't still be a dummy. You don't still come out and have to teach. You don't spend all that money. You still learn from your dumb old me. Use your head, get you a little small, get you small debt. Don't make no fool out yourself. I'm going to finish up so they can go. Finish up that Ephesians so I can get them back over here about that sheet. Oh, my time be going. I appreciate y'all tonight. Ooh, that time get to moving quick. Y'all need to hear it, though. Y'all hear me? Now you got to look different now when you hear that word damn, ass, and hell. Because when you hear these folks say all these other idol gods they call out, that's when you need to friends up Jesus. Another idol god. Why you ain't friend? I ain't see no fringing. That ought to get them. An idol god, an earth pig, a Latin deity. See, that way it show. You know how he let me do that? Just to show up. We hypocrites. He told don't even let it be named. You'll sit there and you'll still do it. You'll say Jesus for peace sake with them. He told you don't do it. He said he got go. If Abraham were here to tell say, ain't Jesus? He'll look at you. Who? Jesus. I don't know him. Can you say? He said, not me. I don't know him. Y'all so cool, you're cold. They'll tell you, I don't know him. They'll never call him. I don't know him. He said your Abbas didn't know. If they didn't know him, you ain't got no business with him. That's how they asked him. Did Abraham? Well, see, he did. That's good. All I need to know. He didn't know him. I don't know him either. Y'all got it? Don't be no fool now. Do not be no fool. You got to be so smart in here the whole time. You don't realize you're a fool. The book told you, profess yourself to be wise now. You become a fool. Come on, son, pick this up, this Ephesians, so I can roll. Oh, we got me by the sheet, chapter 14, and 3 and 26. Listen.
And having on the breastplate of Sadiq.
Listen.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the amat of Shalom.
Listen.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
See what I'm saying? These folks trying to come and introduce or induce you with these doctrine, trying to get you to go to these places. Y'all don't obey because the book told you the sinners entice thee. I don't sin ain't going to trick me to go nowhere, trick me to hell. It ain't going to happen because that mean I ain't dressed. I couldn't be dressed. Y'all get tricked and stuff because the truth be told, you ain't dressed. If I had on all my stuff, my feet in the truth, I already know that's a lie. I already know not to walk in it. On top of that, I don't already block that junk you got. Well, yo, God, so you block that junk out. I ain't got time for that. Damn Wonder Woman. I blocked mine with this shield. I got the shield of faith. I ain't got time for that foolishness. I know better. I ain't got time to go off with that junk. Y'all be still, is it all right to go? Last stuff I tell you how to go and go, because I know your heart already be there. Go ahead and go. You'll be all right. That's true. You got the shield of faith. You already know what's going to happen when you get there. What they going to do? Trick you and you're going to get made a fool. And you want to get made a fool. And then you're going to play like a lady. You ain't find out it then. Whole time you already knew because you ain't dressed. When you ain't dressed, you're going to get fooled all the time. That's why I don't like to get dressed. They don't want to keep, because you keep all this stuff on, it get tired. The hair scrub get tiring. Put on them long dress and tie. You know why? That's uniform. Uniform get tired. These soldiers, y'all get rid of, y'all was in the soldier. How many of y'all wore uniform? Y'all had uniform, didn't it? How many of y'all was soldier, y'all went out? Hold on. How many of y'all soldiers went out? Raise your hand. I'm trying to see all the soldiers. Raise your hand, all the soldiers in here that used to have a uniform, then they would go out. Simon, what military? That's right. All right. Freddie done ROTC, that's right. But typically, when a soldier going out, I mean a new soldier going to want to wear the uniform, but typically you take that junk off. You trying to put on your regular stuff or put on your party clothes. That's what a lot of them want to do. Get these scarves off, get these clothes off, go ahead and get the shorts on, go ahead and get naked. Because you know with uniform, it's a certain conduct. They catch a soldier, certain things you do, you can't be able to tell you, not in uniform. Certain stuff mandate with uniform you can't do. So what you need to do, get out of uniform, you can do it. Got me? See, what he told you to do, you got to take you the whole arm and keep this on all the time. It's stuff you can't do. You can't wear them shoes through that. See what happened? That's why they like to get out of this stuff, because that book be condemning them. That book get y'all. Y'all think I don't know y'all in here. On the other hand, y'all actually think I don't know y'all. Y'all think I'm some idiot up here. I just say hell, damn, and ass because I'm stupid. I say it because I know it condemns you. Because you ain't got no problem with them idol gods. You ain't got no problem with taking off your armor, though. He ain't told you to take it and get rid of it. Told you to take it and keep it. This is what else he told you.
And take the helmet of salvation.
That route. That get tight. That tight, boy. You got to get that mind. He said, put on that helmet of salvation. Listen.
And the sword of the Ruach.
What is that, son?
Which is the Dabari of Elohim.
That tight now. That tight. I got to keep that. He said, I got to keep that word now. Only by the word. That's it. I'm trying to tell you now. You got to keep yours. Guess what? That made you now. That's Esau. I just tied you and told that Esau. He just told you to take, if I got the sword, who are they going to make me? Your father told when he got old and started trembling, he said that you had to live by it. So when Yahusha told you that, man, a new should not live by bread alone, but by every word, he would tell you Esau. You had to live by your weapon. I don't know how y'all come up with it. I mean, Sister Maggie, they made a fool out of you. It's simple, and they make a fool out because you think you're smart. Let's look at it, 14 and 11, so I can get ready to get out of here. Man, that man's so beautifully, he's so beautifully smart. That's why I like working for him. He trap up the one. He like to say, he made wise to simple. He show people, he be like, they so simple. He take a dummy like me, can't hardly spell. It's ridiculous. Woo, man, I get him here and start spelling. Now, that time when I put on that paper all them words, I was wide. Hey, you can't do that with your wife. That's what I want. I want straight beat. I want you to beat Miss Pickle Juice. You good, Pickle Juice? Over there laughing at me. But that time, y'all, when I spelled, I ain't misspelled none of them. All of them. I was just putting them dog. I'm talking about, I started getting big words. I was just, because you start small and you get big. Come, go, stay. But I said, what Wayne? Beat your daughter. But it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Something I would move. Something, you know how something move over you? And something to get a paper. Take down the pen and paper and write. I just started writing. I was going down that paper. I went down that one side. I was getting ready to go up the other side. And then put down the pen. Because I knew. I said, ain't nothing I can't spell. It was like, I'm tired of the devil trying to trick me. He tried to put some other super out of, no. Get thee hence, Satan. Get thee hence, Satan. I know the devil trying to trick me, trying to get me them other words. Stay right here in my ear. I was just spelling. I went on that paper, so it was scary. I was just like, something like put down the pen. You have gotten smart enough. You don't want to go too far. Listen.
And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals and went their way. And they took Lut, Abram's brother's Ben, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed.
What happened?
And there came one that had escaped, and told Abram the Abari, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre the Amorite, Aki of Eshcol, and Aki of Aner, and these were confederate with Abram.
And he made a league with Abram. Listen.
And when Abram heard that his Aki was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house.
Armed? Probably had plenty of prayer. Probably taught them the Lord's Prayer. Probably taught them all of them. That's, they probably all prayer warriors. They probably saying, I know prayer change things. If you always pray and never faint. Train. These are the people you want to make a league with. People going to go all the way with you. Y'all hear me? He said these were confederate. They were with him now. There's some people get with you. These are the people we can't make no agreement. You ain't go all the way with us. We can't make no agreement with you. These folks were confederate with him. They went with him. He armed them. He gave them weapons. You can't arm nobody if you ain't got nothing. When y'all did the military arm y'all? Were those y'all weapons or they were their weapons? They had them. Did y'all have to go get them or they had them to give them to you? They trained, they gave them to you. Where you think they got it from? Abraham. He trained them, which means he had to know something about fighting. How are you training people at something you don't know how to? His trained servant? He armed them. The man had weaponry and he had training. I don't know what people, you go watch the movie about Abraham, you don't see none of that. Scaro, laid back, ain't doing that Abraham. That's how they showing, shaking on Abraham. Man, he was skilled. Man was skilled. That's what you just learned about him. He trained them. They were trained. He armed them. He had weaponry. He gave them weapons. And what happened?
Born in his own house,
Born in his own house.
318, and pursued them unto Dan.
And people don't realize our law told us that. That's how we treat a stranger. If we're going to treat you like our kid, you got to be born right in there with us. They were born in his house. They had to be right there among them. Had to grow up and had to keep all the rituals and statutes he had. Those are the people he counted to be warriors with him. So we don't look at it like that. Same way we look at them, we take people in too. Got to make sure you're going to come be grafted in with us. That's why we take on the immersion. That's being born again. You got to be born right here in this house. All right, listen.
And he divided himself against them, he and his servants.
Man, had strategy. They ain't just all go together. Had flanks. Won't you go with him? Some of y'all going this way. We're going to come and hit them from behind. They were trained. He's showing they were trained. All the fools that run in, all of them get killed. He divided them, split. So many of y'all need to be him. So many of y'all need to go this way. The other one come around, and we come in front. He knew how to divide them up. All right. I guess I don't pay no attention. Don't worry about it. Listen.
He and his servants by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah.
That's amazing, because he's supposed to be coming as a thief in the night. Other nigga running out broad daylight. Sun shine all in the eyes. Nigga blind. Walk right into the enemy. Came by night. Easy time to you dark-skinned, dark people, you come in by night. Then divide them up. So he told you he would train. You listen to him, he tell you what he did. And it's amazing because he told you, behold, he come as a, you know what a thief come to do? And destroy. He told you what a thief do. What you think Abraham was going to do? He was a thief. They had got it, so that when you take something, technically it's yours. Well, he was going to take it. That's why he came by night. He told you I'm coming a thief in the night. I'm coming to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I don't know what y'all think about. Don't worry about it. Come on. Listen.
Which is on the left hand of Damascus.
Listen.
And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his Aki loot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people.
Man got everything. Then you look at a man like Dawood, a man that was able to bring back the sheep. He said, he didn't say he lost one. He said, I brought back that sheep. I killed a lion and the bear. He said, I took that sheep out of his mouth and brought it back. You can just see the similarities of these men. Why he would get these men and make a covenant with these men. You look at a man like Abraham, and I see all nations going to be blessed. Dawood, he said, a man after my own heart. He loved Dawood. He said, man, just the man, he like me. I can't love him because you know what he look at Dawood. You know what he see about Dawood? You sometimes look at someone, you say, I could see me in him. He look at Dawood, I could see me in this man. The way he thinks, the way he strategizes. You hear me? Y'all don't know nothing about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, that's good. Let's see what happened on here at 326. Well, Most High willing, we'll try to hopefully come back and talk a little more on this. Shabbat, hopefully. I don't know how he had me to go, but if he see fit. Let's see what happens. Listen.
For ye are all the children of Elohim.
Y'all pay attention that ye are all the children of Elohim.
By faith.
By who?
By faith.
3 and 16. Listen.
Now to Abraham. And his seed.
Was.
The promises made.
Plural. Singular seed. Plural promises. He said not.
And to seeds.
As.
Of many.
He was not talking plural. As to people. But.
As of one.
Singular. And.
To thy seed.
Which is who?
The Mashiach.
He was talking about him. 326. Now tell us what we are, son.
For ye are all the children of Elohim.
By who?
Faith in the Mashiach, Yahusha.
Listen.
For as many of you as have been immersed into the Mashiach.
Listen what happened.
Have put on the Mashiach.
This is what he told you about Abraham. Those that were born in his house. This is the similitude of you being immersed. Being born. Being born. The people he trained with, the people that was in his house, born in his house. That's the same thing with us. People don't realize why this training and why we don't take everybody in and we can't give everybody everything, because you're not born in his house. The people Abraham trained were the people that were born in his house. You can't let this get out everywhere. He just told you now, what did he tell us? You are all the children of Elohim by who?
Faith.
He's going to tell me how that's going to happen. Listen.
In the Mashiach Yahusha.
See, that's who you get immersed in his name. Listen why. He just told you what the promise. You got to remember, to Abraham and to his S-E-E-D was the promises, plural, made. I didn't say to S-E-E-D-S as of many, but I was talking about one. And to his S-E-E-D, which is the Mashiach. Now, the only way you're going to get this is you can all be the children of Elohim, of Elohim by
faith.
Tell them how.
For as many of you as have been immersed into the Mashiach
have did what?
Put on the Mashiach.
You learn that from your code. That's how it's a blessing. You got to put him on. And you ain't going to believe what he smell like. Smell like the outside, like the field. Like to do a shamayim. See, this don't make, you don't know no law. You say, woo, smell like you've been outside somewhere. And then you smell wet. So you know me. Some people you can smell, they smell wet. And you can say, you smell like outside. So you know me. Listen.
There is neither Yehudi nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female.
Now that makes sense. Because what he's trying to tell them, because you already got the smart class with the CS off, who thinks they know, male or female, and you still can't get a woman to get another woman pregnant, and you can't get a male to bear a baby. So you know he's not talking about your physical stature. He's talking about faith. There's no such thing as a female faith and a male faith. There's no such thing as a Jew faith or a Yehudi faith and a Greek faith. It doesn't make sense. There's only one. If there's a difference in faith, then they lied, because he told you there's one faith. So there's no way to have a Yehudi faith and a Gentile faith. There's no way to have a female faith and a male faith. Then you can't say there's one. Y'all got me? So you see how you clear up a lot of this, dispel a lot of this? All they got to do is, it's easy. So you go have a baby, you're a man. Go bear a baby. You being stupid, your mama. Because had she closed them legs and twisted, she'd have broke that ass neck. So now we know who's stupid. Because she could have seen she can't redeem you. It'll show when it was a baby. See, it all makes sense if you sit down and just get it told to you by somebody skilled. Listen what else happened.
For ye are all one in the Mashiach.
That's
Yahusha.
why it's going to make sense. All one but different faith. That's why I told you it's one Elohim. One Yahuwah. One faith. One immersing. He told you it's only one. So it don't make sense there could be multiple faith. That's your faith, my faith. Somebody's faith wrong. Because it don't make sense. Ain't no such thing. Well, you're a Gentile. See, Gentile faith is different than our faith. That don't make sense. If you're believing, adhering to everything it say, there's only one faith. Listen.
And if ye be the Mashiach.
I ain't going to believe that. If you do what now?
Be the Mashiach.
I can't imagine who we're going to be.
Then are ye Abraham's seed.
And?
Heirs according to the promise.
Abraham had a weapon. He said, now if I'm going to be the Mashiach, I'm going to be Abraham's seed. I'm going to be heirs according to the promise. The promise is dictated to me through the scripture, which is the word, which is what I'm supposed to live by. Makes no sense for me not to have a weapon. We had to kind of go around a little bit if you look. But the man just told me, there's no way for me to be the Mashiach and not be Abraham's seed. Because that's who the promise was made to. The promises were made to him. He was never talking about us. The only way you got it, because as is, you're a heel catcher. You subtle. And these crackers learned to do what you did. They mimicked you. You stole your deal. He stole his too. That's good. A mott. A mott. Appreciate y'all. Ain't it good?